How y'all doing? Let me stop.
I'm your host, Mariah, and joining me as always,
Coco.
So, y'all, today has been a day. Today.
I feel like that's how it's been for us lately.
For real.
But we prevail. We push through. We still get these out.
That part.
Oh.
And it's not easy, but we love what we doing, and we're just happy to be here. And how you been?
I've been good. I think I shared in the last episode that I feel like I'm living for the future. And I feel like that future is coming really close with the things that I'm like working towards. And they're coming closer and closer. Yeah. So that feels good to know we getting close.
That's good.
What about you?
I feel like I'm more so living in the moment now. Like, just because like things are changing and just everything's unpredictable. So
Yeah.
not everything, but things lately just been unpredictable. So I just been trying to live in the moment and just soak every moment in because life is short.
That's all you can do sometimes.
Yeah. But on another note, today we're going to be talking about higher self. When I heard higher self and I heard that that's what we're going to be talking about, it's like so many things that could correlate with that saying higher self.
I agree, because what I thought it was, and then when I started like, looking around and like doing more research on my own topic, I was like, it's not what I thought it meant.
What do you think it means?
So I just thought like it meant like the best version of yourself. Like your higher self is the best version of yourself. Like picture what she be doing on a day-to-day basis and then become her. But I realized it's actually a lot more spiritual. And some people even like consider their higher self as their guide through life. So yeah.
I honestly think it can be both too. Like reaching that highest version of yourself that you desire to be, as well as like tapping into your spirituality. Cause like being the higher self, it depends on who you desire to be, but who I desire to be is someone that is in tune with my higher self, and also like just having that hope with the universe and just do mindful things and just tap into my spirituality, because we're all spiritual beings at the end of the day. And I feel like we're taught to just steer away from that. So that's also important to like get back on that track and knowing who you are and where you come from and what we're really here for.
So for you, your higher self, is that defined by you and that higher being, or is it defined by like God? You can't say both.
I was gonna say both. I will say God, because at the end of the day, He knows what His purpose is for you, and that might be the same reasoning as you. You know what I'm saying? Like you might think something is your desire, but He might think otherwise, and of course you should go with that.
Yeah.
So I think it's more so like God and your relationship with God, and yeah.
I like that.
What do you do to connect with your higher self?
I feel like I thought a lot about like at the beginning of the year, like I pictured my higher self, like what is she doing? Like who is she surrounding herself with? Who is she dating? What is she doing in her free times? What are the places that she frequents? So just like picturing what that lifestyle looks like and then like checking it up with my lifestyle and seeing like how similar those two are. I feel like that's how I pretty much would align the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like it steps to it. Like there's things that I'm doing now, like just like journaling, reading devotionals. That's the reason. That's a way that I tap in now. But I feel like in the future I want to just go outside and walk on the grass with no shoes on and like just tap into nature more and live off grid. Like that's another, and grow my own food. That could be like something that I would want to do in the future that would connect me to my higher self.
I like that. And I was just sitting here thinking, when I used to think of my higher self, I would like picture this person who's like really, really productive and like she's almost like perfect in a way. Like she doesn't really make that many mistakes.
And she got everything going on.
Yeah, but that's not realistic. So I had to work on like like I like how you said like she grows her own food, like very like down to earth, very like and I like that. Like it's not always about the hustle and bustle of things, you know.
I feel like that's what we're taught to do though. Like go to college, have a 9 to 5 job, work every single day, only have 2 off days. That's your higher self. That's what everybody should be desired to turn to. But in reality, just really the simple things like just going outside, doing nature walks, like listening to the outside, you know?
Yeah.
That could be, I like that. Like it's really simple things.
Like she was very disciplined to say. And I wonder how much that is in your higher self. Like when you picture her, she's disciplined. Is she?
I mean, yeah, discipline is always good. But
Yeah.
discipline how? What is discipline? Like just if you knew better, you do better, or like just staying on task.
Discipline is knowing better and doing better. Like you know you shouldn't do something, so you're not doing it. Like even though like the heart wants what it wants, even though you want Wingstop, well we're trying to diet, we're trying to lose some weight, so no, like
that it depends honestly, because it's like if I want something and I desire it, why can't I have it if it's not gonna harm anybody? Like with food, like if I want to go get some, if I want to go get some food, and I know I could make something at home, but I really want some food. Like life is short, go get that food.
that's always gonna be an internal battle though, because it's like even with like eating healthy, like it's not it goes beyond like just what you want. It's more like even like your lifestyle, like living longer. Like eating McDonald's every day is not gonna give you that long life.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like, it depends on your goals, what goals you have for yourself. Like if you know you want to lose pounds, like a certain amount of pounds, and you want to go to the gym and not eat bad, then of course discipline would be not going to go get the food. But it's like if you don't have no desire right now to go to the gym, like you want some food, but you got food at home, just go get the food.
Yeah.
It all depends on like what your goals are, I guess.
Like
what matters, like what how the discipline comes into play.
you know you need to do laundry, but you want to bed. Like discipline is staying up and doing your laundry, doing what you gotta do. And I feel like discipline sounds like it's not very fun, but like, I think that's like the whole idea behind it, you know?
It always works out in the end. Like you said, if you go to bed instead of folding clothes, you go wake up and still have the clothes. But if you fold the clothes now, you won't have to worry about it. It's just like,
and you make the rules. Like discipline is actually like it's to help you. Like
exactly
when you wake up in the morning and your clothes are like all wrinkled now because they were sitting.
It should be to help you for real. Discipline is good.
I think so.
I want my higher self to be disciplined. It's important.
I feel like discipline also comes with getting older.
Yeah.
You learn more that just, you know, kind of doing things free maybe isn't always the way to go.
True.
But keeping a balance, I think we say that all the time.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be too strict on yourself, you know, because it's just like, at the end of the day, nothing really matters. We're floating in space right now.
I met this guy and he, not in space, but he doesn't like, he's so disciplined with his dieting stuff. Like he doesn't even eat to enjoy anymore. Like he's literally like eating just for like protein and stuff. And, like about to like gag, throw up just because like
they can go so far.
He don't even like it.
Okay, at the end of the day, we all got it. I don't know.
It's like yeah.
We all got a day that we're not gonna be here.
Yeah.
In 100-some years, we're all gonna be gone. So it's like, okay, you did all of that. You wanted to gag every day on food. That's how you want to stay in life. But he's disciplined.
And he's got his body goals, but it's like at what cost? You know, like at what cost are you willing to?
But also, like reading my devotionals, it speaks about discipline a lot, but like in a godly way. And where does that come into play? Because I know it's different than like, okay, you have these goals for yourself, but being disciplined with God, is that just like you said, if you knew better, you knew better, not doing the things that you know you shouldn't.
Yeah, I feel like discipline has a lot to do with being godly. Like we're gonna have constant like worldly things thrown at us and choosing God. Like that's not an easy.
It's not
thing.
But it's good to have though. I can say that's something I need to work on. Just having that discipline and knowing you should be doing that.
So I feel like us in our generation, like we like to have fun. We like to have a good time. We're not gonna be too harsh. And I like that though. I really do. But then when I look at the way like, in the Bible it says like you gotta be disciplined, you know, you gotta be able to say no to certain things. So
True.
I definitely wanna learn how to be a little more disciplined.
Yeah. We go get there
Eventually.
But I feel like going back to higher self and discipline and everything, that comes with being like 100% focused on you, because it's hard to just be 100% focused on you, especially like when you have people, oh, let's go here, let's do this, like people around you want you to do things that is out of your disciplinary. So like being focused on you is an important role too. I'm not gonna say isolation, but just being focused on you and your goals and your desires. And
I've noticed whenever I don't have like a lot of friends, or maybe it's like fall when we're not like outside as much, you know, I feel like it's really easy for me to accomplish the things that I'm trying to do. But then the more people I have around me, like the further I get from my goals and the things that I want to do. Which honestly, I think that says a lot about me, just not being disciplined, and then not having like my what's the word?
boundaries.
Yeah. So it really says a lot more about me, but
I don't know. I be feeling guilty, like if somebody asks me to go somewhere, like go to the club, and like I'm cool, I'm cool at home. It's like I'm not, but it's on them too to make it like take it that way, like perceiving it like, oh, she just being weird or she don't want to go out. No, it's just like that doesn't define me. You know, I'm still the same person if I don't go or don't interact with certain things.
I definitely got to work on my boundaries though. Like, yeah, I'm just not the best at that. But
do you have like a celebrity or inspiration that you look up to that connects with their higher self, or like social media page? There's a few social media pages we follow that have like good quotes all the time.
I would say there's two people that come to mind, and I think her name is Ree Turner. She's a podcast, a little. Yeah, and then there's this other guy. He has like his locks. He's on YouTube, and he blew up for a minute.
For real?
And he like, I don't know, just watching his YouTube channel, like you really get comfortable. I'm really bad with names, but I might have to comment him later. He's really good though. He makes you just feel calm, and like he's really in tune with spirituality and himself.
That's good. Yeah. I would say The Wizard Liz on YouTube. Have you heard of her? She's good. Like she really talks. Like she just talks for the whole episode, and like everything that she says, like it's like okay, it's making you feel good about just being better and just tapping into your higher self. And also Janae Aiko, like all her posts on Instagram, like on her story, I just love all of them every day.
I love her the sound baths, the bowls, and I don't know if any of you guys have done sound baths, but they're just so like relaxing. They say that's supposed to help you connect to your higher self.
I'm going to her concert. I hope she do a sound bath.
When is it?
I'm going to one in Austin, Texas, July 13th, I think. Yeah, July 13th.
She's going on concert.
She went on tour. And I was like, I have to go. I can't miss out on that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I feel like it'd be all good vibes, all good energy.
That's what I'm saying. I went to a Glorilla concert. That was like my first concert. I was like, I'm never going to a concert again after that. It was just too much going. It was just not my cup of tea.
She's also like really a new artist. Like Janae Aiko, she's been around for a minute, so her people like it's pretty like niche. Like it's like it's gonna be the same group of people, and they all probably have the same like vibe, just good energy. Glorilla, she's so like fresh. Like it probably was a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, it was a hot mess. But
you said that was the first concert you went to. Is that the only concert you've been to?
Yeah. Have you been to concerts?
When I was younger, I went to a Rihanna concert.
Okay.
I know. I feel like that's like low key a once in a lifetime chance, just because like, she's out the game.
Hey, she's not worried about y'all.
And 2 Chainz open.
Okay.
That was
You was lit. Yeah. I know, like back then, I went to like Frontier City, and it would be like Diggy Simmons and Jacob.
That's so funny.
I like that one. I had a time.
Yeah.
I wish I still had my iPod from that day, from that generation.
You recorded it? Okay. I saw Juice WRLD too.
Okay.
Which is another once in a lifetime experience, I feel like. And then I saw Russ. I used to love Russ, y'all. And I don't have a problem with him now, but I was like a pretty big fan.
Yeah. Okay, you've been to a lot of concerts. Plenty. You plan on going to more? Like, who's the artist you want to see?
I love to see Brent Faiyaz in concert.
Okay, when he go on concert, we gotta go.
So I don't feel like I don't know if he's a good performer, but his music is just fire. We're gonna find out. Yeah.
So, the universe. When you hear the universe, What do you think? What comes to mind?
The universe.
The universe, like, do you think, I don't know, do you think the universe guides you? Do you think the universe, like, protects you? Do you think everything comes from the universe? A sign from the universe.
I don't know if it's the universe. I'd say like maybe signs come from God, or signs can come from my ancestors, or signs can come from maybe like my higher self, you know, working for me, trying to put something in my place. But I wouldn't say the universe. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess when I hear the universe, I don't know, I feel like all those things just work together. That's what I be thinking.
So all that together is okay.
That's what I think, and that's what I like. I think it all works together for real.
Yeah, no. I picture the universe is like such a big thing that in my head, that's why I was saying like God or like me and my ancestors, because like the universe can't work for everybody. Because everybody ain't gonna
That's true.
Ain't gonna win.
That's
you know?
It works when you're in tune with your higher self. That's what I think.
So the ones who aren't in tune with the universe is not gonna work.
It might work. You might not hear it. You might not understand it. You might not. I still feel like it's working, maybe. But like, I feel like the more you are to your higher self, the more signs will be shown to you. Like, the more you'll understand, the more you'll feel. You know, that's what I think.
I see.
But like, what's the difference between Mother Nature and the universe?
Since I'm saying like,
Is it a
the
difference?
universe just feels very loose. It feels very like, yeah, like good or bad. That's just like, that's, I don't know. Mother Nature is like, I don't know. It's like obviously like nature and stuff, and like say you walking on grass, yeah, or like a bird comes to you.
I heard that's a really good way though. Like walking on grass barefoot is like a really good way to like be in tune with your higher self.
It's like it's supposed to ground you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't done it.
We should do it.
Yeah.
But I be thinking like, is this even real grass? Not like, of course there's real grass, but like just where I'm at specifically, like where I stay at. You know, like, is this real grass? I want to be in tune with real grass.
And then you
We need to go to the forest.
Some of the grass that's like dead, it hurts your feet, scratching you up.
Yes.
You don't want that. But like when we did our little photo shoot, we took our shoes off at one point.
I feel good though.
Yeah.
It's just something that you wouldn't do as a kid. Like, put your shoes on. What are you doing? But like now it's like, it feels good. And that's something that I want to like bring into like my younger generation, is like just being in tune with nature, because there's nothing wrong with it. Like, you can go outside, you can have your shoes off, you can touch the grass, touch the trees. Like, I'd rather do that than being on your phone, being on your tablet, being on your tablet.
You got some iPad and kids coming
For real.
up. I like that though. Like after a long day, just going outside, sitting crisscross applesauce, you know, and
it makes
like
you
just
feel
listening.
Better. It makes you feel better. Like, sometimes I would get off work and like go sit by the lake, and it just feels so good. Like, I feel so good doing that, for real.
Especially by water. I don't know what it is, but like water just makes me feel away for sure.
Yeah, I love that, and it's really something that is not instilled in us in our community, and I feel like it should be more.
Get outdoors more.
Yeah, go outside. Go outside. Now, you have a dog. Do you feel like you connect with your dog, like on a spiritual level?
No.
No?
She be giving me the side eye. She right before I left today, she was looking at me like, you know, you should be taking her on a walk. But no, I mean,
Just animals in general. Because my friend, she has a cat, and I feel like, I don't know, it'd be different though, because like I'll be high, I would smoke and be high, and it would be totally different. Like, I feel like I would be connected to her cat, and she would like.
Is she connected to her cat?
She smokes though. She
What do you
smokes as well.
The cat?
What? I mean, the cat be in there getting high too, but yeah.
I said the cat. Wow. Okay. Like, what does it mean to be in tune with your pet? Like, I know some people are really like love their pet, and like they got that bond.
Like, cause I had went to the bathroom, and I came out the bathroom, and the cat was just standing right there, and I kind of feel like I already knew she was right there out the door. It'd be just little things like that, and then she'd be out at me, like, "Are you talking to me?" And then like me and my friend were talking in the bathroom, and the cat was just like sitting there, just listening to us, and I'm like,
Oh, she's trying to hang out.
yeah, I don't know.
I like that though. I mean, I be feeling like sometimes my dog knows something I don't like. I'll be like, you know, you can talk, right?
Yeah.
Like it's okay, but
Yeah.
they can't. I bet, and I don't know. Maybe they live like past lives. Maybe some people say in past lives your pets are like your best friend. They're like in a different, like now, like animal form.
Yeah, I do feel like everything's in the mind though. Like, I seen a video on TikTok, of course, and like it was this guy. He was basically saying like we're not really meant to talk and speak words. Like we're meant to just like connect with each other through our mind. And have you seen those people that have little things? I don't know if they're Africans or whatever, but the little and they like shut their mouth. Their mouth are like closed. You have to. I'm gonna bring up a picture, and it's like they're not able to talk. It's because they're. Is it telepathy? Yeah, it's like that. And I think that's like very high. Like you have to know yourself on a higher basis for that, and just be in tune with spirituality.
That's very interesting.
I'm gonna find that picture.
But
One of them.
I do think oftentimes like a lot of things can be felt between one person. Like you could look at your friend and know what she's going through, you know?
Yeah.
So we definitely have learned to like read energy and vibes, but some things can't, you know, be communicated through that way. I mean,
True.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you are a big person that could read the room, read energies, feel energies? Like,
I feel like if I know someone well, then yeah. But if I don't know you very well, I mean, of course, like I'll peep something, but I never know. Like I feel like you can read rooms and you're confident in the way you read it, but like I'll read it and I'll still be like, oh, I don't know if I like caught that right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it has its pros and cons to that, because it's like it kind of takes away from you being interactive with them, or you know, because it's like I feel your energy is not really good, but it's like that's good that you know that you don't gotta overshare, or you know. But I definitely feel like I be feeling people's energy, and I be walking in the room, and I know you, and what you really want to do.
Okay, rapper.
Okay, but for real though, I don't know. It's just I don't know. I just find all this interesting, like because everything that happens, like it's just spiritual.
Like deeper.
Even having a baby, like you growing a whole baby inside of you. You don't think that's just surface level? I don't know.
I feel like that's so magical, and people can try to make it very scientific.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's so I don't know. It's cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy just to think about seriously.
Because I feel like scientifically, yeah, we can like grow the bones and the body and the flesh, but like you're growing also like a soul, like
exactly
the mind though, like that's that's
it's
not scientific. You can't make, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's like nowadays we try to make everything about science. Like in reality, just go back. Science was not there then.
This is random, but have you ever heard that like dolphins can help women like give birth?
I've heard that.
I feel like that's crazy.
It is, but I believe it.
I guess they're supposed to like 2 or 3 of them like circle around you. I don't know.
I don't know either, but
dolphins are smart too. So
true.
But yeah, having a kid is definitely something on a different level.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe in like twin flames and like soulmates? I think that's spiritual.
I mean, I don't think I have one, so I really can't say. But I feel like you can. Yeah. Do you feel like you have one?
Yeah, on the twin flame side. But like I have to do more research, but I believe it. I believe in it. It's just like when you are in sync with things and like you don't even really talk that much, and like when you do talk, it's like, hey, I was thinking that, or hey, I was doing the same thing. It's like we connected.
So what makes you feel like you found your twin flame? Like what do y'all be doing? You
just things like that, like in sync with each other, and like just being around them, and like how your energy feels with each other, and like just y'all being the same person in a way. And it's like, yeah.
And then you said a soulmate too.
I don't know.
Do you feel like you can have multiple soulmates?
No.
You just have one soulmate, one twin flame. Not can they be the same person though?
Maybe.
I think a soulmate could be like a friend.
Yeah. I call like one of my friends my soul friend. Cause I feel like our connect, like it's just how we feeling around people. It's like, okay, I don't usually feel like this around people on a daily basis. Like we really connect. Our energies really connect, and I feel real good around you. Then I feel like, okay, our souls kind of match with each other. You're my soul friend.
Yeah. I just feel like I don't know your soulmate, like romantically, what that feels like.
I couldn't even tell you, honestly.
But you know, people say like, whenever you meet, they met their person, like they just knew. Like, that's my soulmate. Like
That's wonderful.
yeah, I think that's
It
really
is.
cool. But I don't know what that feels like.
Now, say you have a soulmate, and everybody around you doesn't really like him or like her. Could that still be your soulmate? Because does your relationship really matter about what other people think?
No. Soulmates solely based off of you and y'all's connection, what that was meant to be. And I hate to say it, I think sometimes soulmates aren't always like the beautiful ending story. Like sometimes it has like a lot of strife and like, you know.
I really like that because like I like that because at the end of the day, I feel like everybody be so focused on the perfect fairy tale. Like everybody can't have that, and it's like if you don't have that, then this is not your soulmate or y'all shouldn't be together. I feel like it shouldn't be like that.
I agree. I think everyone's gonna have their ups and downs. I mean, even like if you, in my case, like if you meet them while they're young, like we still learning how to be a good partner for one another. We're still learning a lot about ourselves, and like especially when you grew up and you didn't really see how relationships like should work in a good way, you know.
I think that's something I really want to have for us, like just not meeting that perfect person, but building with that perfect person. Cause like I'm not perfect, I still have growing to do, and I just want to grow with somebody and we can grow together. And I feel like people just be focused on it. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. But what about you? You have red flag, red flag, red flag too. So it's like, what's wrong with growing together?
Yeah, I feel like obviously you gotta have your things you're not gonna settle for, obviously. True. And then some other things you're willing to like try to work out, you know.
I just think that's real love and passion that you have for somebody. If you want to sit there and grow with them.
I agree. Just having that mutual connection above anything else, that we're gonna be like a what's the word? I don't know. I can't think of the word, but like, you know, like a partnership low key in a way, like, you know. Yeah. That was something else I wanted to talk about, because I just feel like us nowadays, do we really know what we want in a relationship, you know? And when you think about because I was thinking like your higher self, like what type of man would she be with? A lot of us don't know. Do we really know what we want?
Not gonna lie, I wrote in my journal like, this is the type of life I want to live. This is the type of partner I want. I don't know what else I wrote, but I had like a whole page written down about what type of partner I wanted. And it would be like simple things like I want a partner who loves me for me. I want a partner who can lift me up when I'm down and I lift them up. Like just
it's funny.
Really simple things. It's not like I want him to have the biggest house. I want him to like it's really mindful things. Like I want him to have a positive mindset. Like those things go a long way.
I know they feel simple because that's like kind of similar to my list, but I feel like they're not as simple as we think they are.
True that.
Because I feel like a lot of people don't like. Honestly, it's almost easier for you to have like a nice car and nice shoes and money. Like that's easy to obtain when you think about it. To work on yourself and know yourself and be like positive mindset, like that's so
hard for real, because it's like everybody doesn't want to be in tune with their heart self, but it's like really all dependent on your mindset. And a lot of people's mindsets are trash, and they're more so hyper focused on what they have than what's in their mind. Like, how do you think? How do you react in this situation?
And see, all that takes time, like figuring out like when push comes to shove, who is this person? Because they can show you all they want. People can maintain that for a year. People can maintain that for 2 years. But whenever like a death happens, you know, how do they react? Whenever you get laid off from your job, how do they react? You know?
Yeah. Somebody real. Okay.
But Yeah, like dating intentionally, and having your list of things that you're looking for. Do you feel like that's hard? And also, you said earlier that you feel like you kind of just want to like work it through. So do you have to have that list of things right away? Or are you willing to kind of grow some of those things and nurture some of those things?
It's hard to answer. Okay, let me answer the first part first. What you say?
Yeah, that's my first question. Dating intentionally, do you feel like that's hard?
Like dating with intentions?
Like intentionally, like
I'm dating you for this, and this.
No, like intentionally. You just said like you want a man who is gonna love you for you, which obviously you're not gonna get that off the bat, you know?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, what else you say? You said you want a man who
can lift me up.
I want a man who, like a man who can cook. You want a man who can cook. You want a man who can.
But for me, it's like if you don't know how to cook right away, we can learn how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that.
The things that you listed, I feel like those are things that they almost, if they're so mental, they kind of have to have that right when they come through. Mm-hmm. So like for an example, like a man who is like grounded, has a good mindset, who's been to therapy. Maybe he's emotionally intelligent,
or at least trying. Like I'm just now getting to this mindset I have. You know, like I don't know. I guess it just depends on just being open-minded. I feel like that's the number one thing, like being open-minded. Because once you're open-minded, but back to your question, dating intentionally. Do I date intentionally? Yeah.
But also, if they're not open-minded, are you still willing to kind of see, like, are you willing to nurture that and like give it a try?
Yeah.
Okay. So someone can come in front of you right now. You see that they're not open-minded, but you're gonna
because they might not know. I'm all about like, hey, this is what helped me, and maybe it can help you. You could start journaling, and maybe you could start journaling, and it can help you.
See, and I feel like I low-key disagree, because I feel like if you're not open-minded when you come to me, I can't give that to you. Like, especially at our age, like, and I know we're really young, but still, like, you gotta, I feel like open-minded is not hard. Like,
true.
I feel like everyone should be open-minded, you know?
Yeah, but they're not.
I know. I gotta be realistic, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what's really out there. And, like, how you came about to be open-minded, how I came about it, like, we had to get there on our own. No one gave us, like, no one put that in front of us and told us to do it, you know?
Not gonna lie though, I feel like smoking weed helped me. Like, just be more open. And, like, I feel like this is how I'm here today. Like, just because. But once again, people smoke weed all the time and not be open-minded. You know what I'm saying? It really depends on your desires. Like, I really desire to be an open-minded person and just tap into my spirituality. And I would watch videos and, you know, read like that. And that, with smoking weed, it really, like, opens your mind. Yeah. It opened my mind. And I feel like that's why I kind of have the mindset I do today. Just, like, opening my brain and just seeing things from a higher perspective.
I think smoking puts you at a different, like, in a different world almost. Like, it just opens you up to, like, what could, like, not everything is so straight and narrow, you know?
Mm-hmm. And everything is not so strict. Like, it's just, I don't know.
You feel free.
Like, if I was to smoke weed right now and go outside and walk on grass, like, I would really feel like, oh my God, this is my higher self. Like, and I'll actually feel that. But I feel like a lot of people could agree with that.
I agree. I mean, everything, it has its, the people who disagree, the people who do. And I think some people have their things that, some people are already naturally there, like they don't need any, like, anything extra, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Even with drinking, like, you know, sipping a little bit, getting tipsy, and going outside and walking on grass, like, I still feel like.
I feel like that does not get me, like, it makes me goofy. Like, I might go outside and, like, I'll probably do it, but it don't make me feel like, oh my, like, you know, like, when you start thinking, like, deep,
Oh,
it turns my thinking off.
Oh. See, that's so opposite. Like, it turns my thinking on.
Drinking?
Drinking, smoking.
I think drinking makes me, like, I'll still be thinking, but, like, it takes the guard away, like, liquid courage. It makes me just, like, first thing that comes to mind, which is not always the best thing. The first thing that comes to mind is not always the thing. You should say everything that comes to mind, you know?
Yeah. I guess it depends on, like, who you are.
it's funny how everyone's got their thing. So both things for you are just good things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that.
So getting here in this mindset, like, were you always so open-minded? Because I feel like you're a very open-minded person.
Yeah.
And you see things from a lot of perspectives, and like, you just don't limit yourself. So like, did you have to do like shadow work to get here? Did you have to do like how did you get here? Or was you always just, or did you learn from somebody, or just how you grew up? Because I know I didn't grow up like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I had to do the work. And I feel like it just started with me figuring myself out and just learning who I am and who I'm not. I feel like it started there.
I think I always watched my mom like look at both sides. Like she still might have a certain belief, but like she still always like have empathy and like look at both sides. I feel like that kind of got passed down to me, where I don't know, like where I would see something one way and then I would talk to that person and they'd explain the other side of it. I'm like, oh dang, I didn't think of it like that, you know? So then I just started to realize that like everything's so subjective, you know?
Yeah. I guess I'll take that back. Like, I'll say the mindset that I have is similar to the one that my dad has. But as a kid, I didn't see that. I would be like, why are you sitting here watching Animal Planet? Like, just watching. And why are you sitting here watching survival shows? But it's like, growing up, it's like, it's really like spiritual, you know, in a way. And I feel like his mindset, I kind of resonate with his. So I guess it's like,
You can get it passed down for sure.
yeah.
I feel like open-minded means so many different things too.
I think so. But at the end of the day, it's like just not limiting yourself.
Yeah.
To whatever you grew up on or what you see on the internet.
That reminds me of something. I think we've already talked about it before, but just having like limited beliefs. Do you feel like you have
Limited beliefs?
like things that you're somewhere deep down, maybe a younger version of you or someone told you couldn't do something, so it's like it's a belief you have that's limiting you.
I don't think so. I feel like as a kid for sure, yes. But like now it's like no. My beliefs are open. However how I'm feeling or however if I think it resonates with me or
I agree. As you become open-minded, I feel like those go away.
Yeah. For sure. But I do feel like a lot of people do have limited beliefs that's keeping them back from tapping into their higher self.
Yeah, and just thinking what would happen if you could do that, what would happen if you know.
Yeah.
Multiple ways it could go.
Don't limit yourself. So when it comes to things that align with who you are trying to be, how do you remove yourself from situations that don't really align with that?
I feel like a lot of my stuff doesn't happen like during the situation, but after the situation. Like, can you give me an example? I can tell you how I go about it.
I guess being around people that always have something negative to say. Like, I just feel like being in that type of situation is just like, I don't want to be around that because I feel like I'm getting soaked into the negativity. So it's like, if I know you're a negative person, I just wouldn't hang out with you or be around you.
Yeah. I agree, and I feel like it's like I'm not the person who like while we're hanging out I keep it. I'm even. Like I'm a more like I'll wait till it's over with and then you ain't gonna talk to me. Like you won't see me as much.
Yeah. Would that be considered passive aggressive? Because I feel like I'm very passive aggressive. Like I'm a peep something, but after I'm gone or after you leave, like okay, then I'm gonna really like reflect on it. But that's like passive aggressive because like you should just speak up right then, right? Like hey. Y'all being super negative, that's not aligning with who I'm trying to be. I'm really trying to be a positive person right now.
I don't think it's passive aggressive just because I feel like you'd have to like actively be talking to them to be passive aggressive. Like if they were saying like, hey, you wanna hang out and you like kind of being rude, then yeah. But I do think we should be more comfortable in the moment saying, hey, like, you know, why y'all being so negative? And if they have a problem with that, like, Like,
What's up?
definitely speaking up in the moment. I think that just makes things a lot more like clear.
True.
And then they
And
won't be
for
texting you afterwards because you already said that you was annoyed by that. And if they would keep on doing that, then they ain't gonna reach out because they know that you don't. That's not what you fucking with. So
I feel like that's a way to be in tune with your higher self too. That's something I don't do though. I never, in the moment, I never just speak up about anything. But I'm a peep it in the moment, but I would never say that.
now let me ask you this: have you ever spoken up in the moment? Have you ever done that?
I don't know.
And the
I
reason
can't think back of a time.
the reason I asked that is because I know I have spoken up in the moment, and it's so awkward that like I just wait till after it's over because it really is uncomfortable sometimes to speak up for yourself, especially when everyone else is not on the same like wavelength as you. You know.
That something that I'm doing though is speaking up about it. Cause there'd be times where I wouldn't just say nothing. I would just peep it and be like, okay, you know. But like now I peep it and I'm speaking up, whether that's like a couple hours later or a day later. So I feel like in a couple more situations I'm gonna speak up about whatever I'm feeling.
And just doing it, like as you keep on doing it, you feel better.
Yeah, for sure. Like it boosts your confidence, bro, and it just boosts your boundaries and standing on business, like about yourself.
Especially if you feel like those friends, like you said in this scenario, that they were like negative. If you know that they're not usually negative and like they have it in them to be positive, like a good person, yeah, speak up. But like if you know they not, then don't waste your breath.
Yeah.
Because I know, and I've maybe done something someone else didn't like, and they didn't like tell me. So how am I supposed to like fix it? You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you don't believe they can do anything better, I'm not wasting my time.
True.
Yeah.
Because that's just how they is.
Yeah.
You ever have somebody tell you like that's just how I am, and it's like, why are you like that?
Yeah.
Like, why? You okay with being like this? But it's like, hey, you can't control how people are at the end of the day. But still, it's like you could do better.
Yeah, it's so crazy to me because like you said, we're so open-minded. So it's like meeting someone who's like, it's just what it is. It's like, that's so like, you so strict, you so defined. Like,
even with that's just life. Like that statement, how you feel about that statement? Like, have anybody told you that statement? Like, when something happened, they're like, that's just like, I really hate that statement. I don't hate anything, but I don't like that statement because it's like, you're just limiting yourself. Like, it don't have to be like that. You know, it could get better. We could fix this situation. Like, it don't have to be. That's just life.
I feel like that kind of reminds me of like, it is what it is. You know, like sometimes it
You're
really
okay.
is what it is.
That's true.
You know,
I guess it depends on the situation. Like,
I think you just don't want to hear it sometimes when you're going through hard times. And people like, that's just life. Like,
yeah.
That's like not the best thing to say. But I do feel like as you get through that hard time and like, you starting to feel better, like you might find yourself saying like, it is what it is. Shit, like we gotta move forward, you know?
True.
So yeah.
That's true. I guess that just goes back on like experiencing the same life as our parents or what we're born into. And like you go to them with the problem you have and then they tell you that's just life because of that's what they went through, then it's like, okay, like you can steer me in a different direction so it don't have to be just life, or you know.
I like that. Yeah, I agree because it's not like a one size fits all type of thing. Like it's not gonna like it didn't have to be that way, and it's not like that way for other people either. So when people go through something and they're just like, hey, like that, the same thing happened to me. Like it is what it is.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that either. I get what you're saying now. But yeah.
Do you believe in divine timing? Like everything is working out in the timing it's supposed to?
Yeah, I do.
I do too. And that's goes back to like the universe and like all that stuff working together, because like nothing is a coincidence to me, and like everything happens for a reason and everything happens in the right timing.
Just sit back, let it do its thing.
Let it play out, like just let it happen. I feel like we do try to find ourselves, try to control everything, and that's when things go bad. And then like when you sit back and let things just come to you, that's when it goes good. I feel like we talked about that last time.
Yeah,
just letting things come to you.
Anything that you're trying to catch, you ain't gonna catch it. You gotta let it come to you.
And not just like the universe.
Yeah.
It works together. Everything works out how it's supposed to.
I definitely
At the end of the day.
So we have to go kind of back to higher self. We just think it's just being in tune with the best version of yourself, and
and that higher power.
So it even goes beyond the higher self. Yeah.
Being in tune with your higher self goes beyond your higher self.
So day to day, we just checking in with our higher self, seeing what she's doing, trying to match it. If it don't match, it don't match. If it does, it does.
True.
But it's good to know who she is. And I do feel like it has a lot, like it does. You kind of have to know yourself to an extent to really like get in tune with your higher self
And figuring out your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And that might not be what you thought it would be, you know? And just being in nature.
Get in tune with nature.
I'm trying to do that more. I always say being in nature, but I really want to do that more. Just be outside more.
Shoot, it's finna get hot. I'm not finna be out there though. I'm gonna have to go.
You gotta go
early
to the sun
morning.
now.
Yeah, or late. Like I love watching the sunset.
Me too. See, I feel like that's the way of being in tune with your higher self. Like, that's something that's really like astonishing to me. Like I used to work and I used to have to drive far and I would watch the sun go up, and then when I get off I'll have to drive far and I'll watch the sun go down. And just like the way that all that would happen, just like I'm amazed. And it's like this is really like nobody's doing it, just the like it's like it was really amazing. I do like watching sunsets.
Like, even when it's like a full moon, like I love full moons. Like
it'd be so bright.
Like sometimes I'll sit like, is that the moon? Like, cause it looks so big. Sometimes it looks like I don't know. I think it's when it's like wintertime.
Yeah.
And like we're somehow like closer to the moon somehow. I don't know, but
it's crazy. It's just so much more than just going to work and coming home. Go outside, watch the sunset. You'll feel better.
Watching the sunset at a lake or a beach.
Chef's kiss. Talk to me.
Unmatched.
Man.
So, we moving on to our hot topics.
Yeah.
We don't have any deep questions today, y'all.
Not today. We'll be deep enough for y'all.
Oh yeah.
But first hot topic. The first hot topic is, why are we so scared to interact with each other on social media?
Yeah. Oh, on social media? In person.
Yeah, in person.
Yeah.
Because honestly, social media, okay, whatever. But in person, I feel like nowadays it's so different. Like, we don't be interacting with each other as we should. As it was back then. Back then, they didn't have phones. They didn't have just sit there on social media and scroll. They have to interact with each other. And that's something that we're steering away from, which is kind of scary because, yeah.
Like, I feel like I'll know someone, like, I'll text someone on, like, social media. I used to do this. I haven't done it recently, but I'll text them on social media if I see them out. I'm like I haven't met you in person, so it's like
weird. It makes it more awkward.
Because we haven't talked in person. Like, we can be the best friends over in text, but then, like, you know, face to face, it just feels a little uncomfortable, you know?
Does it give social anxiety?
Yeah, it does give social anxiety. I don't know. Like,
but even though I know people that don't have social anxiety, they still be weird. Like, you like all my pictures, and I see you, it's like, okay.
See, but just because I like your picture don't mean I know you. Like, still to this day, I will see people I like photos on Instagram. I'm not gonna go up to talk to you. Like,
just wait. It still is awkward though. Like, it's awkward.
I know that sounds.
It's more awkward if you don't say nothing. I feel like, but I be that person. Like, I'm gonna act like I didn't see you.
Or please, like, just come to me. If y'all watching, just come to me. Like, I'll talk.
I'm nice. I promise.
But I'm probably not gonna come to you and be like, hey, what's up? Or like, the second you come talk to me, we good. I promise. But I don't know. Like, if you think about how many people you like on social media. If I went to talk to every single one of them in person, like even like your celebrities, like if you like a celebrity's photo, you're not gonna go up to them in person and be like, hey, like
yes you is.
No. See, even me, like I feel like how people be like about to pass out.
Yes.
I would feel like I would never do that. Like it's never that deep.
Yeah. It's because these celebrities, but back then if they see Michael Jackson walking, they pass out.
See, I'm gonna try to play mysterious. I'm like, no, they're not even gonna notice. But yeah, no, I try to do better at that because I know in the past, not recently, but in the past, I'll like see somebody and I'll like go other direction because I don't really want to talk. or my social anxiety gets to me, I'm not in the mood to be social. It could be a multitude
yeah.
of things.
But across the board, like, I'm good if I don't talk to you or you don't talk to me.
Oh, and I have my headphones in, like, I'm just here. I'm just trying to get groceries. Like,
See, I'll be scared to have my headphones in public because I think people gonna be talking to me and I can't hear them. But like at the end of the day, don't talk to me.
yeah, like I got my headphones on. That's
I
a
just
signal
got
not
one
to talk
off.
to me.
Like, okay.
Well, you have your AirPods in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's different. Cause I have Beats, so it's like it's obvious if you see.
But I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'll miss out on something. Like,
Girl,
I have my headphones. I don't know.
The,
Like a siren or something going on.
The free samples.
Something.
No, yeah, I put my headphones on. But sometimes I just don't need bothered. Like sometimes I like to be in my own little world. When I go to the store, I got my headphones in. I'm just trying to get through this grocery list and then get back in my car, listen to music. I'm in my own world.
Yeah, and even myself, like I'll find myself like walking in Walmart or Target and like scrolling on my phone. And it's like sometimes I leave my phone in the car, so like okay, I can't do that. Like
That's good.
Yeah.
I really am trying to get better with my phone because I'll be like,
it just makes you look like you scared to interact with people. That's how I feel like.
if you, well, I don't think so. Cause I'll be in Walmart like, cause I get all my TikToks on. I'll get all my recipes off TikTok.
Yeah.
So
that's
I'll be
different.
rewinding, trying to like.
That's different.
Like
Like-
if you're walking through the mall and you're on TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. That's
kinda-
just like. Can you be in real life real quick?
Yeah.
You can take a minute to myself. But
Cause Walmart, like you probably have a grocery list. You probably,
True. Yeah,
If
that's-
you're at the mall, what are you looking at on your phone?
that's different. Yeah.
Or like you see someone like you get on the phone and be like, hello. Faking stuff. But our next hot topic is having kids before marriage. How important is that to us?
Growing up, of course, get married and have kids because that's the smarter way to go and you'll be in a better situation now. But I don't know, like last episode when I was talking about you just can't win, it goes back to like you can be married and have kids and it still will go wrong. And like people can just switch on their families. There's a lot of stories out there about like just people just switch on their families. And it's like, but you did it the right way. So it's like, I feel like it's important to an extent, but at the same time, it's just like let things play out for your life. If you're married, you're married. If you're not, you're not, because marriage doesn't guarantee anything. And I had seen something and it was like just being a mother, and it was like the negative side of it, like, oh, you shouldn't have all these kids and you're not married, and then they came back to say like this is what our bodies are meant to do, is have kids. And then it's like so is marriage, like we're supposed to be married. And it's just like, that's true, but like I said, it doesn't guarantee anything.
I had so many thoughts the whole time. I feel like I'm just gonna go down mine, breaking them down.
Go ahead.
I feel like, because you said that like marriage, like there's horror stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like with anything you do, there's gonna be horror stories. And low key, I might be wrong, but I feel like there's more bad stories, people who didn't wait before marriage than people who did wait before marriage.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does increase your chances of having like a more successful relationship and like your kid, like, I don't know, seeing better stuff.
And like you said with horror stories, it's like, but people make it seem like if you do get married and then have kids, there's not going to be a horror story.
Oh yeah.
That's what a lot of people make it seem like, but like you said, it is horror stories and everything, but it is best to be established, you know?
And it's like it's blessing it before God in a way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then like you said, like just letting see what happens. Like I don't know. I feel like obviously that's what I'm looking for. But we even talk about this too, like you really be wanting something and then like you talk all this mess, like, oh I'm gonna have a kid, and then like you kind of like find yourself in a situation. So I mean I feel like I'm always gonna, you know, that's the goal, so I'm gonna try to do. But if I find myself in that situation, I'm gonna do the best with the cards I was dealt, because
like don't beat yourself up.
yeah, and you can always get back on track. Like I probably wouldn't have a wedding while I was pregnant because I feel like that takes away from me in our like situation.
Mm-hmm.
But you can always get back on track, you know.
And like I said, I just think everything goes back to like divine timing. Like if you show time to get married, then get married. If you show time to have a kid, you have a kid. Like I guess it all depends on your beliefs, because, you know, having kids before marriage, that could be a horror story in the type of, in your community, you know? Like, it's just all about your beliefs, I guess.
And then what were you saying about the video you watched? You said you saw a video where they said our bodies were meant to
be a mother and like have kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, we are supposed to be married. And it's like, it's just like back and forth deal, I guess.
See, and that's
but they're both true though.
That means
depending on your beliefs. Women are meant to have kids, and we are here to get married and procreate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and it's something I had a debate about recently, and it's like, what is sex for? Is it for our pleasure, or is it for having kids?
I mean, I guess it's for having kids because that's what happens. But
I feel like it's like, I don't know, because I was going in and
what were you saying though?
Because at first I was on the side like, it's for our pleasure, like, you know, like it's for us, like whatever.
Everybody does it,
mm-hmm.
So it's like we're put on this earth to have sex,
mm-hmm.
like both of the objects go together,
yeah.
Like, so it's like,
and that's what I was saying, and they were like, see, but if you view it as for pleasure, then you don't see the other side of it, you know? Because then you're not thinking of all its power, you know? Because it has a lot to it, and like how sacred it is, and how like special it is, you know? And everyone views it differently, you know?
That kind of goes with like drinking. Like, you're not supposed to drink that you're drunk, but like you still drinking, and that's just like, you're not supposed to have sex for pleasure, but you still having sex.
See, but then that sounds boring. Like, yeah. So I'm only going to do it for something else. Like, why can't I do it for me?
It's all about your beliefs. That's what I think. Like, and I feel like all of that, like all these conversations, like marriage, sex, having kids, a lot of people have limited beliefs on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's for this, you should do this, it should be like this. But there's the other side of it. It's just like, everything is just working out how it's supposed to. If I'm having sex for pleasure, I'm having sex for pleasure. If I have a kid, then that's what was supposed to happen. You know, like, it's just all about how you think. And I'm really steering away from those limiting beliefs. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know nothing, honestly.
I agree. I think it is based on what you believe. And it's like, we can have these goals in our head, and I try our best to try to like attain them. But if things kind of shake out, they shake out, and you gotta make the best of what you got, and you still gonna have the best as long as you keep it, you know, don't give up, because you know you had an idea in your head and it didn't match, you know.
We really don't know nothing. It's always this or that, and it's like this or that, literally. Like, we can't just put our finger on what exactly it is.
Yeah, I wish almost I could kind of see everything
for real.
But then that would be
it's like, oh, you gotta prepare yourself for things that might not.
I think we asked this already, but would you ever know, like, if you had the opportunity to know, like, what your future look like? Would you take a little peek, or would you just say no?
I'm gonna say no, because I'm gonna just, if I take a little peek, I'm gonna just be overthinking every single day about that.
I feel like I don't want to see a peek. Like, I don't want to see the whole thing.
A peek.
Okay,
I'll see a peek. I'm thinking, no, you see the whole thing.
I want to see my kids. Like, I want to see what they look like.
But it's like, once you get to that moment, you're not gonna have no excitement, or you're not gonna have no...
I'll just see one of them. I'll see the last one or something. I don't know.
Just use AI generator.
I did that before. They would look. I don't know. They didn't look cute. Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm not saying that they won't be. I know my kids will be cute, but it's like they
look real.
No. Yeah. My kid, nothing wrong, but he looked like Asian or something. I don't know. I was like, that is not what my kids look like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people that use those and have kids, they never match.
But have you seen some people who use them and it looks just like their kid?
No.
There's like stories on
TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Technology these days.
And you know, people trying to go to court for AI, like artists, they're like they don't want AI using their sounds and their music and all that.
Like, why are we even dealing with problems like this? There's way more problems in the world that we could be attained to.
And then like, what if like AI takes over like the music industry, and then maybe like people like us can have more money because all the money's going to the artists. So when AI takes it over, then maybe maybe it will level it out a little bit.
It needs to be leveled out.
Cause should rappers be making a lot more than
No,
doctors,
what are they doing?
teachers?
But my thing is, I don't know. All these high level people, they're really not high level, and they're really not doing nothing good.
We don't have to say that one for them. We're gonna wait for real.
But that's just me being open minded.
No, we can really get into that. But yeah,
I had a really good time today.
pretty good conversation. If y'all made it this far, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it.
And make sure to tune in every Wednesday for a new session.